This lever is stuck. It won't budge.
Maybe we can find some oil or something similar around here. There must be tools to fix this thing nearby. Were you able to action the lever? Great. Now we can open the doors one by one. More guards. They're not taken to the idea of you escaping. That gave them life!
May the Enlightened be with me. I sense that my hour is near.
One of the crew has fallen! We need to close ranks! Watch out! Your armor is in shreds! Watch out! You don't have any magic deflection left! Careful! It's a through! Heal yourself!
one of ours! We need to push the enemy back!
This armor is no good anymore!
My armor is ruined!
Armor is broken!
Help! I need a hand!
May the Enlightened be with me. I sense that my hour is near.
I'm hurt! I need healing!
We're almost there. Push this lever and we'll be able to get out. Your escape plan was brilliant. Getting out of here is just the first step. We've still got a long way to go.
Tocca via.
Watch out! Your armor is in shreds! Let's see what you're made of, you eel!
It's too early for us to let you join the Enlightened. We've lost one.
My armor is ruined.
May the Enlightened be with me. I sense that my hour...
At last. I thought we'd never see the light of day again.
I hate to interrupt your celebration, but we mustn't linger. We're still too close to Alima.
Where are you taking us?
Far from here.
There you are. We nearly left without you.
Breaking several people out of prison is no easy task. There were a few surprises.
So this is the famous friend you told me about.
Friend is not the word I would employ, but he is someone I trust. Allow me to introduce you to Ludwig. He's a smuggler who knows every back road between here and Dutton. Interesting. Ludwig, let me introduce...
No introductions. This isn't a party. The less I know, the better. And it's better for you, too. That way I won't have anything to tell them if I get caught.
Se chames cair saveren. Yana quies ment fravin daunes hanumumen.
Why are you helping us? We don't have any gold to give you.
Since gold makes the world go round, that would be a valid reason. But sometimes I do favors in exchange for something else. And a naught's debt is invaluable to someone like me.
You got us out of prison, and now you are indebted to this man for us. Why?
Because I believe it's the right thing to do. It was one of my people's ships that took you from your home. One of your kinfolk lost her life. I owe it to you.
Alvida said you were a smuggler. What's that?
Smugglers are very clever people who discreetly move forbidden or taxable goods from one country or region to another. We know all the secret routes and how to avoid guards, hence why we sometimes take passengers such as yourselves.
I do not understand. If these goods are forbidden, They must be dangerous for your people, are they not?
Let's just say I don't agree with those who have decided that the goods aren't dangerous. Lucky for you, I don't agree with the fact that they lock certain people up, either.
Where are you taking us?
We're headed north, outside a small coastal village. Some of your kinfolk are hiding there already.
Others from Tir Fradi? Really?
Did you think you were the only ones who were brought here and escaped? Many powerful people in this cursed country find it delightful to keep pet natives. Your kind don't like that very much, just like you don't enjoy being prisoners.
And the villagers haven't turned them in?
They've got other things to do, like survive. Helping the rich find their toys wouldn't bring them anything, but trading with the newcomers can be invaluable. But we still need to avoid the soldiers as much as possible.
I think we have no choice but to follow you.
Don't worry. My head is probably worth more than yours. I have no reason to take any unnecessary risks. Speaking of which, we'd better get going. The longer we hang around here, the more likely one of those louts on the ramparts will see us. My friends, this is where we part ways. I'll lead these people to safety and meet you on the other side of the border.
You're leaving the caravan?
They have a long way to go before they reach Dutton. Let's go. We must find my contact. He often fishes further up the river.
Who is this contact?
One of your people. The only one I really know. He'll lead us to the others. They're hiding somewhere in these hills or in the ruins. Without his help, we'll never find them. Those cursed monkeys are everywhere around here. Stay on your guard. My contact usually waits a little further up the river, so as not to be seen from the village. Stop. We can't risk going to the village. There are too many soldiers there right now. Come on. My islander contact usually waits hidden a bit farther up the river.
Hey up. Looks like we won't be needing our prisoners' help after all. The savages come to us on their own, and in strange company.
Maybe it's another gang caught some of them too.
Maybe. If that's so, they did better than us. They captured 2 of them.
They got lucky, that's all.
Quai coldum amem da radida o quasa betrechon. Queridme fishaika cremoderem.
Comaros. Nasientem tegedach in fonte ramem crechtidende. Neumes.
Listen to their gibberish. They're more islanders, I'm sure of it. They must know where to find the gold.
Enough. Let's see what this strange party has to say first.
I can talk to them, if you like. I know how to deal with this breed of ne'er-do-well.
Since you offered, be my guest.
Gentlemen, madam, I bid you good day. Let me get straight to the point. You've detained someone we'd like to see released. This prisoner is a burden to you. You don't know what to do with him. And you're probably hoping to make some money by selling him into slavery. Well, how much?
I knew it. That one wants all the savages for himself. He must know something about the treasure that we don't.
Don't say a thing. Yes, we've got a native, and we were about to sell him, since he won't talk to us. But you seem to be doing so much better than us in this respect, since your savage speaks to you so trustingly. Since you know how to use their gifts too, that'd be worth a lot more than the handful of coins we get from selling him.
Whatever are you talking about?
As if he didn't know. Everyone knows that the islanders from Teofrodi attract gold.
Indeed. And we know there are other natives lurking around here, which makes us all the more sure there's a fabulous treasure hidden in these ruins. My dear, you know all about these old stones. Isn't that true?
Ancient treasures are often hidden in the ruins of Astria, and I know that there are many artifacts to be found here. I read that some of Aleko's own possessions were kept here. My tutor also spoke of a particularly lavish temple adorned with a magnificent figurine.
Oh, there you have it! So, here's the deal. You use your treasure compass and bring us back some. Then we'll be more than happy to free your friend.
We'd like to see our friend first, to see that he's all right.
I don't see any harm in that. You'll see he's been treated well. We're not brutes. However, don't you go trying to do anything stupid. If you try to free him without holding up your end of the bargain, we won't think twice about using violence.
Walker, you've come back, and with more of my people. These men are crazy. I beg you, tell them to free me.
We're here to help. Are you all right?
They haven't treated me badly, but they're talking about selling me to the soldiers.
Quenia de se foileg neis luchtos. Kellen de rageslanen?
Kelde neesolmad. Quies manas quels de se essa. Nas menin sientit oragides. Sag es volad embrogend a tu si tuchsta de biade dwint. Es marigem de veru, var has feshon de vadedau dent chachranad. Tege den oile, de siglenach toredemen evridenemen nacham. Sag nas marag. Quelshid emes madent.
Quid fravins de Sadonea?
Esca hole mer. Second koime enedid esmeonen, fravin quenied esed. Sagna fravin on quest mader casa. Anatui gon questa hefarnas jam radident. Nacoid ole jam radident slondem on vegem. Lima dividu de radidau quint. Ano menede de rennau de dem. Es end betrakan. Rendur da kenne. Na meent de ve sa adiven.
Quid siart? Quod berduar var?
Tege de he dunosid ole veregem en varem da eshidach. Esenedem dag enenam. Quien sacient on donne velu. De manatoigent esin anamendu. Nu boquen smeonem. Sin barigem tusignem de harolo moidi de esidach. Atauig den samerame. Dogdu veliden me queni de daroiden dem de em. Boreid en de horegi wind hum koime. Karadem nasmeoden de herodem qua he dunosed. Olbud ole sonea en contortam.
Nou, Brok. Eure games dagam de veru det echter deessa.
It seems to me that I've shown enough kindness letting you chat. It's time to get to work now.
Na tegetis dem casamera am.
We'll be back soon, don't worry.
Yes, after all we have to do is find a treasure, a mere trifle.
Since you were ready to sell the man, why don't you let us buy his freedom?
Because you turning up here has changed our prospects. We were ready to give up, but our hope has been renewed. I'm sure with your talent it won't be hard to track down a few pieces of gold. But we expect more than that. We want one of those ancient things the nobles of Peren and Olima can't get enough of.
I really don't see...
Oh, come on, don't be modest. I've seen precious curios that explorers have brought back from your island. They're magnificent. Absolute marvels. You may be savages, but your gift for finding treasure is second to none.
Quedessa canter can. Smeontem oiroctem e quessa, yom gassident wintada denes henesem?
Ja, es quet tui casin.
Lemat, dentes taukach em koidem farnas sadag da hoiragi em koimemen sen. Or siemten vregu dent nisies? Es cair ca holei merent.
Well, we're off.
Get out of here. Put your strange senses to work and find me a treasure.
We'll do our best.
If it isn't my favorite treasure hunters, what can I do for you?
Well, we're off.
Go on, go on.
Somebody's there! At last! I thought I'd starved to death in this hole!
What happened? What are you doing in there?
I fell. It was a stupid accident. Would you be so kind as to get me out of here?
But how could you fall into this? This hole is clearly visible.
I suppose you could say I became absorbed by my thoughts. I'm a sculptor, you see. I came here to get inspired by these ruins, and while I was marveling at these wonders, I wasn't really looking where I was going. Well, now that you know how absent-minded I am, could you get me out of here?
Lucky for you, we have a rope with us.
Oh, I guess I'm lucky in my misfortune. Look, just get me out of here and I'll be grateful. I've just finished a sculpture in the Astrian style that I'd be happy to give you. You can easily sell it for a good price, or keep it if you're a connoisseur.
We'll gladly do it, but I think we deserve a better reward than just a simple sculpture.
A better reward? I'm a renowned artist. My art is worth a fortune.
So you say. But without our help, you'll starve to death down there. That's worth a few extra coins, isn't it?
Your blatant greed is appalling. Exploiting a man's misfortune like that.
Come on. Just think of all the art you'll never finish if you die down there. If you're really as famous as you say, paying us won't ruin you.
Yes, but... All right. You're vultures, but I'll pay you. Get me out of here now! Thanks for getting me out of that hole.
You're welcome. I hope you'll keep your word and won't forget to pay us what we deserve.
Is money all that matters to you? Very well, here's your due.
Thank you. And the sculpture?
The sculpture I promised you is back at my camp. You'd better come with me to get it.
We'll follow you.
I'm a man of my word. Here's the sculpture as promised. This is my finest work to date. It's inspired by these ruins and is in the purest Astrian style. It could pass for the real thing. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to make myself something to eat. I'm starving. Thank you for getting me out of that hole. Farewell.
Oh, if it isn't my favorite treasure hunters, what can I do for you?
We found this sculpture. We thought it was very beautiful.
It is indeed beautiful and surprisingly well preserved. It reminds me a great deal of a statue in the Prince's collection in Peren.
I suppose we better find another buyer in that case.
Oh, there'll be no shortage of them. To have a statue that can rival that of a prince, it'll certainly attract a lot of interest.
Well, since you kept up your part of the bargain, I'll keep mine. Your friend is free to go. Take him with you and get out of here. We've got to prepare for our departure. What do you think, my dear? Where do you think is the best place to sell this marvel?
They've agreed to let you go.
Thank you for persuading them. Thank you 1,000 times over. I don't know how you managed to understand them. I think these people are mad. Come on, let's go to our people. They'll make you feel right at home. You'll see. Let me see your map. This is where our camp is.
This place is different from the rest. As if it were older. There is something here. A sort of moaning sound. It's almost as if I can hear the earth sobbing beneath my feet. Rootless. You can feel what I feel, can't you? There's something powerful here. At home, it would be a place of connection. The earth is speaking. It's shouting.
Again, hadrek des brotumer. Berde haul fradim sadio, o berda has kagarantanui. You're the one Ken calls Walker, aren't you?
That's the nickname he gave me. My name is Ludwig.
Welcome, Ludwig. The things you brought us have been a great help. And I see that this time you've brought us some of our own people.
Yes, yes. Like you, they were taken from your island. They were imprisoned and escaped.
All our people are welcome here.
Adloche daraval. Esme Nilan. Ages evriden ger. Esni donei gada e korei e shantamen lag.
Fridan ger. Es anum yori. Sagia berad crimoderum dadesa. Oi riden de loban carriden on gervelda chamqual nadaktansan. Avar satir to cladmir oledes. And who are your other companions in this land?
My name is Fausta. I'm just a fugitive from Teleme.
We're happy to have you here. And even if we don't have much, we'll gladly share it. As you will soon learn for yourselves, our sanctuary is extremely precarious. Although we are free, we must remain hidden, or risk being imprisoned again. Some of our people are sick and weakened by the ordeal they've been through. And we are short on everything. Any help you can offer will be most welcome. But I don't want to burden you. You must be tired. I'll let you settle in and get to know each other.
Nascient anadi ol kelu esakwan. Na everoid da regu anadi dem. Es radei am tegaid.
Es kaolai merto. Tegedas e fontaran katriechtum.
Bjortirsimad, how do you feel?
To be finally free and surrounded by friends does wonders. But
to me too.
Sick? What do you mean?
It's difficult.
win!
To be with me. I said that my hour is near.
No use. We cannot fight it. We must flee. Let's head for that boat.
Hurry up! Everyone is aboard!
Hang in there, son! Damn it! She followed us. Get up, son! Hurry! Oh, no!
Come aboard, soldier! I'm not gonna let you die!
Take my hand!
Xantis, my homeland.
Oh, happy to be back on solid ground.
Welcome home, Alvida, and welcome to your guest. It was quite a feat to reach the island in that nutshell. An accomplishment worthy of a great captain. Speaking of which, you've been summoned by the Council of Admirals. Don't keep them waiting.
Thank you. I'll go and see them as soon as possible. You should come with me. I'm gonna need to introduce you in any case. You are my guests here.
Very well. Lead the way.
The council is expecting us, and I'd rather not keep them waiting.
Enter through here.
The Council of Admirals awaits you.
Welcome home, Alvida, and welcome to you traveling with her.
Yuxantis is delighted to have you here.
However, Alvida, you haven't been summoned here just to exchange pleasantries. Rather, we would like to understand how you got here.
Well, we had to leave the Tynean coast quickly. We had no choice but to take a fisherman's skiff. It's small, but strong. I thought I'd head straight for Yuxantis, and that's what I did. I know the stars and the currents like the back of my hand, so I had no trouble finding my way back to our island.
You made it through the Serpent's fans in this nutshell, without losing a passenger.
That's right. My companions can confirm that we didn't lose anyone at sea.
Although it's unfortunate that you had to borrow this vessel, you've accomplished quite a feat in sailing it all the way here.
No one has managed to sail through the Fangs in such a small boat in over 100 years.
It seems only logical to me that we should nominate our Nort sister Alvida for the title of captain, so that she might have a decent ship at last.
I second this proposal. Let's give her a ship.
I also support this proposal. She shall have her ship.
Very well. I am recording our Nort sister Alvida in the register as a new captain.
You'll be able to return to the sea soon, Alvida, as soon as we can get you a ship. In the meantime, you'll have to add to your tattoos. You know where to go. We've already informed the Ink Mistress. Your friends can go with you, or they can wait for you at the inn. Remember that on this island, as when at sea, you are responsible for your guests, since they aren't Norts.
The council has ruled and adjourned. Away.
Congratulations. You must be happy to see that the Council has acknowledged your talent.
Yes, it's an honor. There's nothing like recognition from your peers to... Watch out. That woman coming towards us is Bridge Alliance. What do you want?
Only to speak to you and to warn you.
Warn us? Or threaten us? My friends have already suffered enough from your...
Please. I am no threat. Let me introduce myself. My name is Saphir. I am an explorer and cartographer, and I'm indeed from the Bridge Alliance. From your reaction, I take it you've suffered at the hands of the people of my nation, and for this I am truly sorry. I know that some of my people can be extremely cruel to the natives of Teerfredi. However, I am not one of them. I believe that knowledge is the greatest treasure of all, but it is gained through discussion, not slaughter.
You said you wanted to warn us about something.
There is an emissary from my nation here in Yuxantis, and she's a member of a faction that has a very contemptuous view of those from your island. They believe your people should be enslaved, or worse yet, used for experiments. This emissary isn't alone. There are guards with her, I wanted to warn you to be careful. It's very possible that she means to harm you.
What are you doing, Luxantis?
A most excellent question. I'd also add, who invited you? Foreigners aren't allowed to stay in Yuxantis unless they have an invitation. So?
As I told you, I'm an explorer and a cartographer. I've been exchanging letters with the head of your library for years. I sent him a few of my maps, which he kindly corrected, and I've gathered information for him on occasion during my travels. He invited me here so we could finally meet. I'm not allowed into the library, but our conversations have taught me much. And I couldn't pass up the chance to visit the Nort's famed island.
Thank you for coming to find us. But now we must go.
I won't keep you any longer. But please, be careful. Be wary of the emissary and her men.
Hello? Welcome to my workshop. I'm the Ink Mistress, and before you ask, no, I don't tattoo foreigners.
Hello, mistress. I'm no foreigner, and the council sent me.
Alvida! Everyone's talking about you. Your father must be so proud. Sailing to our island in a skiff. I don't think I've ever recorded such a feat in ink. It will be an honor to mark you, Captain.
Thank you.
Now come over here and sit down. I hope your friends are patient. This is gonna take a while. There. Now everyone can take one look at you, and they'll know who you are and what you've accomplished. Take care of the ink for the next few days. The scars will be sore.
I know. I remember the last time I was here. Thank you, mistress. Goodbye.
Savages and traitors to their race!
Is everyone all right?
Drop your weapons. You're under arrest.
Under arrest? For defending ourselves?
So you say. A witness came to tell us about a fight. We ran over and saw you kill those visitors. Just follow us, you lot, and don't make a fuss.
Wait, officer. This group is my responsibility. I've given my word as captain. They are my guests.
Indeed. That's unfortunate. You should choose your friends more carefully. Round them all up!
Have you forgotten our laws, officer? You can only arrest the person who is responsible. Her guests are free.
These people have committed a serious crime. They murdered these visitors, and...
This may be a tragedy, but it doesn't change our laws. Only the captain will pay for the crime, if it is proven.
All right, then. Take the captain. As for you lot, I hope you realize what you've done.
Wait! Where are you taking her?
She'll be held in the Harbor Master's office while she awaits her trial. I'll make sure you are able to speak with her if you wish.
We should go tell the others what happened.
Oh, dear,
News travels quickly around here. We were attacked as we left the workshop with Alvida. A group of armed Alliance men attacked us and we were forced to defend ourselves. They all died. And the guards who arrived just seconds later accused us of murdering them. They wanted to throw us into prison again. The master of the shipyard stepped in. And since we are Alvida's guests, she was the only one of us arrested.
The Alliance doesn't seem to want to leave you in peace.
A woman we met after our meeting with the admirals warned us. She told us there was an Alliance emissary in Yuxantis, and that they might cause us serious problems.
We can't just stand by and let Alvida rot in jail. I already organized one jailbreak. Why not another?
We'd better go talk to her before we do any such thing.
Fausta's right. This is an island, so we won't be able to escape as easily as we did in Tainir. Alvida knows far better than we do how things work around here. Her advice will be most valuable.
We could try to find the lioness you spoke of, the one who warned us. She undoubtedly knows more than she told us.
Since you don't seem too keen on my idea of an escape plan, we could at least try to find some witnesses who saw what happened.
We could go and talk to the Ink Mistress. We were practically on her doorstep, so she must have seen something.
What do you want? I told you already. I don't tattoo foreigners.
We're looking for witnesses who saw the fight that took place in front of your workshop.
You're not going to kill me too, are you? I didn't see anything. After I finished Alvida's tattoo, I started cleaning my tools. I heard a commotion outside, but I didn't go out there. I'm not a guard, I'm an artist. Please don't hurt me.
We're not here to hurt you. We just want to help our friend Alvida, who's been arrested.
Really? Since the attack, everyone's been saying that the foreigners on the island are just there to cause chaos and to rob and kill us.
Rest assured, that is not our aim.
At any rate, I wasn't lying. I heard noises, yes, but I didn't see anything. I didn't go outside.
What kind of noise? What exactly do you remember?
Let me think. I remember the door closing. I was picking up my tools when I heard someone shouting. Just after that, I could hear fighting. Then things calmed down and I heard the guard arresting someone. You, most likely.
Do you remember what was shouted?
I didn't hear everything. It wasn't very clear. I think I heard the words savage and traitor. And then something about a place?
They did indeed insult us before attacking us. And since you heard the sounds of fighting after that first sentence, it contradicts the testimony that we attacked those people for no reason. I know it's a lot to ask, but I need you to repeat what you just told us in front of the council. Alvida shouldn't have to pay for the misdeeds of the foreigners who wanted to settle their score with us.
All right. I'll testify if you call me as a witness. I admire Alvida. She doesn't deserve this.
Hello? Looking to buy furniture? Hey, I recognize you. You're the captain's friends. The ones who were attacked earlier.
Were you there during the attack? Could you tell us exactly what you saw?
Yes. I'm at my workbench from sunup to sundown, and it happened right on my doorstep. So I saw everything. I heard those foreigners from the Alliance hurling insults, and I saw them attack. All you did was defend yourself. Then the guard came, followed by the master of the shipyard. And they took the captain away. I'm sorry about what happened to you.
Kaer, Renaiksa Yaradite Virachtam. Thanks to you, we'll be able to clear our name and free Olvida.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wouldn't be so sure about that.
How so?
I don't have a very good reputation. No one on the council will listen to me. And besides, I don't think Captain Alvida will let me take the stand to defend her. She despises me more than anyone else.
What do you mean?
I don't like to stir up the past, but you should know that I used to be a shipwright. I was respected, and my work was highly praised. Until the accident. It was a terrible accident. Since then, I haven't been allowed to touch a ship. I had to learn a new trade. And here I am in this shabby workshop, tinkering with chairs. My testimony would be worthless.
I understand, but we may have no choice but to call on you.
If you do, I'll be happy to testify to what I saw. But think hard before you call on me. My word could do you more harm than good.
We'll leave you to your work. Goodbye.
This man might be exaggerating his reputation. We should check. Olvida, or the man who spoke up for us, could tell us more.
Fish! Who wants fish? Hello? Feel like a lovely piece of flounder? Caught just this morning.
Did you see the attack that took place in front of the Ink Mistress's shop?
No, I was in the back. I only saw the tail end of the fight. I saw the guards show up, followed by the master of the shipyard. But the Alliance men were already dead. You killed them all. Now, if you don't want any fish, I'd like to get back to work. Foreigners' affairs don't concern me.
If these people can explain what happened, we should surely be able to get Olvido out of prison.
One of the witnesses is considered unreliable, and the other didn't see anything. It's not much, but it's better than nothing.
Arrest the knot who's...
Well, look who's here. The savage murderous brute we were just talking about. You must know that I won't let you get away with murdering my men. And I won't let this poor captain pay for your crimes either.
Essa quen moi name natrem o lion. Ma clausum dat sies veugum se gante camoltos sidi.
Sir, I would like to know if you...
I've got nothing to say to you. Because of your savagery, one of our sisters is in jail. Get out of here!
There's no doubt about it. Justice is blind. Talking to these people won't get us anywhere. Let's go find our Nort friend.
That's right. Go and mock the woman who's rotting in prison because of you. See you at your trial.
We should try to learn more about this woman and what she's doing here.
Sorry to see you locked up in here when you've just been named captain.
It's just a bad
There you are. I'm glad Alvida wasn't wrong about you. And you're just in time. I'm going to need your help. The Alliance's emissary has decided to support the murder charge against you. For our young captain's sake, I've decided to defend you. I know our laws well, but I'm going to need evidence and witnesses.
The head guard mentioned a witness who alerted them and told them that we attacked those men. We tried to find out who it was, but he wouldn't tell us.
If I was being generous, I'd say it was to protect the witness, but in truth, our dear head guard hates foreigners. He's furious and frustrated that he couldn't put you in jail and had to lock Alvida up instead. If you need to find out more about this witness, and I do agree that it's a very relevant lead, then I'd recommend trying to get him drunk. He can often be found at the tavern, drowning his bitterness in ale.
What other evidence or testimony should we look for?
Any witnesses who could give a different version of the events would be helpful. I doubt there's much physical evidence to be found, unless it was a setup. And in that case, there were most likely messages sent that you might be able to get your hands on.
Thank you for defending us.
Of course, I don't trust this emissary, and I like Alvida. I'll let you talk to your friend now. But don't forget to come back here once you've gathered enough evidence to exonerate yourselves. Once you've done that, we'll start the trial. See you later, my young friends, and good luck.
How do you feel? Are you all right?
As well as possible, locked up in a cell. I can't complain. Since I'm a captain, I'm treated with respect. In any case, it looks like it's my turn to need help getting out of jail.
We found witnesses who saw what happened.
I knew you would.
You were right. But the only person who saw the whole thing told us his testimony would be of no use.
Why? Who is it?
A carpenter. A former shipwright, if he's to be believed.
Don't say another word. I know who you're talking about. Silvio. It really does seem like the odds are stacked against us. I can't believe it. Of all the people in Yuxantis, it had to be this incompetent, murdering fool who witnessed the scene.
What did he do?
It's more a question of what didn't he do. He was a shipwright, like he told you. He was in charge of repairing ships before they set sail. My mother's ship, in particular. But he didn't do his job. Whether out of laziness or negligence. At the very first storm she encountered, the ship sprang a leak and sank. I lost my mother because of him. And now you're telling me he's the only person who can prove our innocence?
I'm afraid so. The Ink Mistress only heard the fight, so her testimony won't help us much.
And that man's won't help us either. Since my mother's death, he was banned from working for the Norts. Why do you think he became a carpenter? Nobody trusts him anymore.
I understand your concern, and it's true that he's not the best witness we could hope for, but without him we have nothing. Please, we must let him report what he saw.
Fine, but we better have more evidence, because his word won't carry much weight. Who brought the Alliance men here, and why did they attack us like that?
We'll keep investigating.
Thank you for your help. When you've gathered enough evidence, go find the master of the shipyard. He's offered to defend us.
If the head guard is a drunk, it shouldn't be too hard to find out where the witness is hiding. Let's go to the tavern and buy him a bottle, and he'll sing like a canary.
There's the head guard. I believe the woman from the Alliance, Safia, is over there. Since she's the one who warned us, maybe she can tell us more about the
You again? This tavern used to be a place you could drink in peace. Even here, these pesky foreigners seem bent on stirring up trouble.
I'm not here to bother you, but to make amends. I was hoping you'd let me buy you a drink.
I'm not sure I want to make amends with trouble-making foreigners on my island, but I can't refuse a drink. Buy away. I hate to admit you're nicer than I thought. You're foreigners, but you're nice foreigners. It's too bad you're gonna be convicted anyway. I'm so sorry. It's sad.
You say we're going to be convicted. How can you be so sure?
Because of the witness. That's one solid witness. Solid as a rock. As solid as a longshoreman. Actually, yeah, like a longshoreman from the docks. Solid as that.
The witness is a longshoreman from the docks.
What? Yeah. How did you know? Oh, you're good. He's one of the lads who works in the warehouses. Anyways, with this testimony, your goose is cooked. And well done at that.
We've got to flush that rat out of the warehouse where he's hiding.
You can't come in here. Move along.
The sea is calm today. It's perfect for sailing.
The North's laws are far too draconic strict. Damn it, they're unfair. These foreigners. They should be forbidden from coming. This isn't their home. They think they can do anything. It's not fair.
There you are. Any news? Preparations are underway on my side, but without your help, I'll have trouble defending you.
We found 2 witnesses who could vouch for us. The ink mistress, who heard the scene though she couldn't see it, and the carpenter who witnessed the whole thing. However, the carpenter warned us that his word would carry little weight.
What can the ink mistress report?
That she heard one of the men from the Bridge Alliance insult us before the attack.
So that contradicts the idea that this was an unwarranted attack. But it doesn't justify murder. And this carpenter...
He witnessed the whole thing and can confirm our innocence. But he told us that his testimony wouldn't help us.
I know who you're talking about, and he's not wrong. His past actions mean he's hardly credible. And his support for Alvida could easily be called into question. So if I were you, I'd think twice before putting him on the stand. It would be better to find other evidence or find the prosecution's infamous witness before going to trial.
We think we're ready for the trial.
Are you sure? Once the trial is started, there's no turning back.
Yes, we found everything there is to find.
Very well. I'm going to finish the preparations. I'll meet you in the Council's chambers. In the meantime, tell me in detail about everything you found, and give me all the evidence and the names of witnesses. And don't forget, it's up to you to tell me who to call and what to show during the trial.
Defendants, take your seats. The trial is about to begin. We are gathered here before Admirals Cabral and Barcelos. I shall be representing the inhabitants of this island. Our aim is to clarify the events that took place in front of the Ink Mistress's workshop, which led to the deaths of several of the Bridge Alliance emissaries' escorts. The emissary will represent the prosecution. Is the emissary here and ready to present her arguments?
I am. And I will prove, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that these savages murdered my escort and brought chaos to this island.
The defendants are Captain Alvida and the group of foreigners who are her guests. They are represented by the master of the shipyard.
We are also ready.
Very well. The prosecution has the floor.
Your honors, Noughts, I come here to seek justice for the lives of my men who were murdered on your streets. And I will prove to you that these savages are the killers.
Please explain how your men ended up in this part of town, when they were supposed to be part of your escort.
I'd given them the afternoon off, so I assume they were sightseeing. That's when they were attacked by these islanders and their companions.
Why would they do that?
Because they're savages. Ever since my people first set foot on Tir Fredi, We witnessed nothing but savagery. They constantly reject any form of progress. They kill people, massacre them if need be, and then pass themselves off as victims. They lure far more sophisticated people into their nets and make them pay for their crimes. Which explains why these eminent representatives of other peoples from the continent, as well as Captain Alvida, are here.
This whole speech sounds like an indictment, but you haven't provided any evidence.
This is true. Do you have any evidence or witnesses to call?
I do. I call Longshoreman Duarte to the stand. Duarte, can you tell us what you saw that day?
I was on my way to the market when I saw this group leaving the Ink Mistress's workshop. This other group of Bridge Alliance folks were strolling through the neighborhood. They seemed to be visiting the sites. That's when that man, the islander from Tier 4D, lunged at them, screaming with his weapon drawn. The others looked surprised but followed suit, so I ran to get the guard. When I saw the head guard on patrol, I told him what was going on.
This eyewitness statement is abundantly clear. If it hadn't been for this savage's violent attack, my men would still be alive. And the captain wouldn't have been thrown in jail. Once again, these monsters, these beasts have proved that they are uncontrollable, and one of your sisters is paying for it.
She's trying to provoke you. Don't take the bait.
Do you have any further questions for your witness?
No, I have no further questions. The situation seems perfectly clear as it is.
Does the defense wish to question the witness?
This testimony will carry a lot of weight. Would you like me to say something?
We know he's lying, but we can't do anything about it.
Unfortunately, without anything that will cast doubt on his testimony, there's no point in cross-examining him. We have no questions for this witness.
Now that the prosecution has presented its evidence and witnesses, it's time for the defense to present its case.
It's our turn now. What would you like us to present first? I call the Ink Mistress to the stand. Can you tell us what happened during the attack in front of your workshop?
I was inside my workshop at the time of the attack, and unfortunately, I didn't see the fight.
That's a very useful testimony.
The prosecution will refrain from commenting until the floor is opened. Continue, Mistress.
I didn't see anything, but I did hear what happened. I clearly heard someone shouting something before the fighting started.
Can you tell us what was shouted?
Not entirely, but I distinctly heard the words savage and traitor.
It was the native who was shouting as he threw himself at my men.
No, I didn't recognize the voice. It wasn't any of the defendants. It was a different voice. What's more, I'd like to add that the defendants were thoughtful, not the savages they've been made out to be.
Thank you, Mistress. It seems clear that the attack was preceded by insults that were proffered by the emissary's men. This contradicts her version of the events.
I don't believe a word of it.
Madam, we have tolerated your repeated interruptions, despite our request to respect the protocol. But we will not tolerate you questioning the word of an eminent figure on our island. Does the prosecution have any questions for this witness?
No, I have no questions for the venerable mistress.
Would you like to call Silvio the carpenter to testify?
I'm not sure that's a good idea, but I'll let you decide.
Call the carpenter to the stand. He's the only one who really saw what happened.
Of course. I hope his reputation won't detract from the value of his testimony. I call Carpenter Silvio to the stand. Can you tell us where you were when the attack took place?
I was in my workshop, which is partly open to the outside. It's across from the Ink Mistress's workshop.
So, you saw the whole thing. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, I saw everything. I saw the defendants leaving the Mistress's workshop. Then a group of armed men in Alliance uniforms appeared. They called the group savages and traitors and attacked them on sight. The defendants were forced to defend themselves. They were much better fighters than their attackers and had no trouble defeating them.
Lies! My trained soldiers would never have been defeated by this savage and his followers if they hadn't been taken by surprise.
Silence! Let the witness finish.
Then the head guard and his men showed up. So did you, Master. And they arrested the captain.
I have no further questions for this witness. After listening to this testimony, it seems clear to me that the defendants were attacked, and that they therefore are not to blame.
Does the prosecution wish to question the witness?
Absolutely. You're a carpenter now, but what did you do before that?
I was a shipwright.
That's a far more noble and respected profession in Yuxantis. What happened to you?
I lost my job and my rank after one of the ships I'd worked on sank. I was blamed for the loss of the ship and the deaths of the crew.
Tell me, who was the captain of this ship?
The ship's captain was named Estrella.
She was Captain Alvida's mother. Isn't it only natural that this man, who feels like he owes a debt to the captain, the same captain who risks paying a high price for her guests' violence, would take the stand and lie for her in order to make up for it? Can you believe a man who was responsible for the deaths of an entire crew? I warned you!
Do you have any further questions for this witness, emissary?
No. I'm done with him.
Does the defense have any other witnesses to call?
I was thinking of calling Alvida to the stand. You are all witnesses, but her word carries more weight here than yours. What do you think?
Call Alvida. She can testify for us all.
I'm more than willing to answer your questions. And those of this snake.
I call the defendant, Captain Alvida, to the stand. Can you introduce yourself and tell us what happened that day, in your own words?
My name is Captain Alvida. I had just received my new ink when it happened.
Can you remind the court of what you did to earn this new rank?
I sailed from the coast of Tynea to Yuxantis in a fisherman's skiff.
A true feat. Please continue.
We'd barely set foot outside the Ink Mistress's shop when a group of Alliance men approached. One of them shouted at us that we were savages and traitors to our people, and that they were going to show us our true place. Then they attacked us. Fortunately, we were able to defeat them. It was only then that the head guard arrived. He wanted to arrest everyone, and you stopped him. So I was the only one who was taken to jail, since my friends here were my guests.
Thank you, Captain. I have no further questions.
Does the prosecution have any questions for this witness?
Of course. Captain, are you sure your savage friend here didn't attack my men before you had time to see it? You wouldn't be the first person to trust in these animals and be betrayed by them.
I'm absolutely certain that the events took place just as I described them. And please don't compare my friend to an animal.
Then how do you explain that a Naut longshoreman alerted the head guard and pointed you out as the attackers?
The only explanation is that he was lying.
And who's to say you're not the one who's lying? Your hands are red with the blood of my men.
Emissary, please control yourself. If you show disrespect to the witness again, we will put an end to this trial immediately.
Please, forgive me. I have no further questions.
Master, we have no further witnesses.
We have nothing more to add.
The defense has presented all of its evidence, and will now defer to the Council's judgment.
In that case, we will now take leave to deliberate.
Can't I plead my case?
If you were hoping to make a case for your ideas, you should know that's not how things work around here. The witnesses and the evidence are presented, and anyone can examine and refute them, but the final decision is the Council's. We'll return once a unanimous decision has been made. The Council has come to a decision, and I'll let Admiral Cabral announce the verdict.
Regrettably, we were forced to deliberate with very little evidence to support a verdict either way.
Is that so? But it was so obvious.
There was mortal combat. No one denies that. But this court was convened to determine who was responsible.
It's that savage. It's crystal clear.
Enough! If it were that clear, you should have provided us with more evidence.
In the present case, as the Admiral pointed out during the deliberations, it's your word against theirs. The word of a respected captain against that of a longshoreman. The defendants are thus acquitted of the charges against them.
And that's what you call justice on this island. This is unacceptable.
Silence! You're a guest in Yuxantis, emissary. If our laws aren't to your liking, you're welcome to leave.
The Council has ruled, and the court is adjourned.
You're free, and may do as you please until you're ready to board your ship, Captain. Despite the trial, I've had the shipyard working on it, and it'll be ready to sail with the tide tomorrow.
Captain, I know what you think of me, what everyone thinks of me. But could I have a word with you?
What is it?
I hear you're looking for your mother's logbook. I know where it is.
Is that so? How could you possibly know that?
I'll tell you when the time comes, but I'm gonna need your help before I can tell you what I know.
My help? You dare to ask for my help after what you did?
I have no other choice. Think it over, and if you're interested, come and see me at my workshop.
Thank you. Thank you for getting me out of there. I'm sorry that even here, you've once again been victim to the Alliance's evil schemes. But I'll get you home. I swore I would do it, and I shall. Tomorrow we'll have a ship. And even if I can't take you to Tier 3D straight away, it's a first step.
Why do we not leave now? You say you want to take us home, but in the next breath, you tell us we have to wait.
Because this kind of expedition is incredibly expensive. Sailing to Tier 4D takes months and costs a fortune. You're going to need a protector. A patron. But don't look at me. I don't have a coin to my name. My family does, though.
I know someone who wants to go home, too.
Not in the least. I'm very happy to be here with you. You're far less dangerous than my uncle.
We can choose our destination once we're aboard the ship. In the meantime, we can take a break at the tavern or go for a walk. Anything you like. As long as there are no bars on the windows.
Now that we're a safe distance from the prison, I imagine you're expecting me to introduce myself? Sybil de Vespe, at your service.
De Vespe? As in the family who rules Peren?
The same. I'm a distant cousin of Prince Alexander. And in case you were wondering, I'm just as diabolical and manipulative as he is. Everyone fears me. But what about you? Who are you? Some terrible criminal?
I'm Fausta. I was born in Teleme and banished from there as well. I wound up in jail for having seen too much. I was accused of spying for my motherland. You can decide if that's terrible or not.
I must admit, I thought you would have taken flight as soon as you got out of jail.
I'm in good company. Why would I run?
But you must have questions. Who is this mysterious woman, really? How does she manage to remain so elegant after crossing through the sewers in half of Tainea?
Why did you come and free us from prison?
Because it was fun, of course. Like any spoiled noblewoman, I'm desperately bored, and any distraction is welcome. I jest. I simply did my best to respond adequately to my good friend Alvida's request. I wouldn't refuse your thanks, but it would be more fitting for you to thank our kind-hearted Nort.
Why did you come with us? Someone like you must have better things to do than follow a group of freshly escaped Tearfradians.
Better things to do, perhaps, but this journey has an absolutely delicious taste of adventure about it. But alas, the truth is far more mundane. After organizing your escape, it would have been difficult for me to keep my position as a diplomat. And besides, let's just say that Alima's climate was beginning to take a toll on my health.
How did you manage to enter the prison? You didn't poison all the guards.
No, as you were able to see for yourself. It just so happens that I was, a diplomat in Alima. I was a representative of the merchant congregation there. It gave me a number of privileges, including the right to visit most of the city's official buildings.
You seem quite well equipped for a diplomat.
I'm a de Vespe. We're born with a sword in one hand and a vial of poison in the other.
How do you always manage to make light of everything that happens? As if nothing really mattered.
Believe me, a lot of things are important to me. But derision and levity have saved my life more than once. When you're born into a family like mine, steeped in conspiracy and surrounded by murder, when tragedy and horror are daily occurrences, humor is the only way to keep from sinking into madness. I've seen firsthand what madness can drive us to. All I had to do was look at my dear cousin Octave. No doubt you had a very different childhood.
It's true. I haven't experienced murder and conspiracy, but things haven't always been perfect. My father died when I was a child. He was killed while out hunting. My mother found his body. She was never the same after that. But despite it all, I was lucky. The whole village was there for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why, but I imagined your life was peaceful before you were taken. We have such an idyllic vision of life on your island. I should have known it was just a fantasy.
Let's talk about it later.
Always at your service.
Alvida left for the port at dawn. She couldn't wait to set foot aboard her new ship. Are we going to meet her?
There you are. I'm sorry we weren't able to clearly prove your innocence, but at least you're free. Captain Alvida has already returned to her ship and is busy preparing for your journey. When you're ready, just say the word and we'll take you aboard too.
We're ready.
In that case, climb into this boat and it will take you aboard. Godspeed.